Your toddler isn't talking like other kids their age, and it can feel confusing, even a little scary. You might wonder, is this just a phase? Should we be worried? Are we missing something? I just want to start by saying, I believe you. I believe you when you say something feels off, because here's the truth. You're not overreacting. You're noticing, and noticing is the first act of good parenting. Maybe your child says only a few words. Maybe they point and grunt instead of asking. And when the pediatrician says, let's wait and see, part of you feels dismissed. You're watching other kids at the playground chatting away while your child plays silently. And beneath that worry is a question you might not be saying out loud. What does this mean about my child? Am I doing something wrong? Let me tell you what's true. You are a good parent in a hard moment, and your child is a good kid having a hard time. Your child is not broken. Their brain is doing exactly what it knows how to do right now. Because here's what I want you to know. Language isn't just about words, it's about the brain. And when we look at language delays through a brain-based lens, we start to see that the challenges isn't always about the mouth or the tongue. It's often with how the brain and the body are communicating. Let me help you understand what's really happening. Language is what we call a top-down skill. It requires the brainstem, the emotional centers, and the thinking brain to all work together in harmony. But before a child can form clear words, they need strong sensory and motor foundation. The way a child moves, balances, and experiences their world actually builds the same brain pathways that support speech and language. If your child skips crawling, struggles with balance, or seems overwhelmed by sounds or touch, those are often clues that the nervous system may need more integration before expressive language can really emerge. Think about it this way. You can't build the second floor of a house before you pour the foundation. Your child's brain works the same exact way. Sometimes what looks like a speech problem is actually a connection problem. If the nervous system is stuck in a stressed state, or if there's retained tension in the spine, head, or even the jaw, the brain may not be getting the clear signals it needs for communication. Their body might be working so hard just to stay regulated that there isn't enough capacity left over for language. Hello, I'm Dr. Bryant Harris, and at True Center Chiropractic Care here in Annapolis, I work with families who are in this exact moment, noticing something, trusting their gut, and looking for real answers. And I want you to understand this. Behaviors are a window into the brain. Your child's language delay isn't a problem to fix. It's a story to understand. It's a signal that their brain may need a little bit more support to connect and grow. We don't treat language delays, but we help create the neurological foundation that language grows from. Through gentle, specific chiropractic care, we reduce stress on the nervous system and improve the brain-body communication. We help your child's body organize sensory and motor input. We create the foundation the brain needs to organize movement, attention, and eventually language. And we recognize that every child's story is unique. Some may have oral motor restrictions like a tongue or a lip tie that affects feeding and speech. Others may need collaboration with speech-language pathologists, occupational therapists, or myofunctional therapists. That's why we work alongside your children's entire team, because the best outcomes happen when we work together, not in silos, but as a team supporting your child's full development. Here's something important I want you to understand. Progress doesn't always start with words. It might be with better eye contact, more consistent gestures, improved balance, or the first moment of calm focus. These aren't detours. These are signs that the brain and body are starting to sync up. They're the path to language. We've seen children go from frustration to connection, from silence to sentences, not because we forced them to talk, but because we've helped their brain and body work together so they can show us who they really are. So, when should you seek support? Now, if your child isn't using at least 50 words by age 2, if they're not combining words by 2.5, if they're hard to understand beyond the age of 3, or if they seem frustrated, disconnected, or overwhelmed trying to communicate, those are all clues. And we can follow those clues together. If your child isn't talking yet, don't lose hope. A language delay doesn't mean your child can't or won't speak. It's simply a signal that their brain may need a little bit more support. Here's what I want you to know. You don't have to wait and see when your gut is telling you that something's not right. You can take action. You can get support. You can trust yourself. We offer complimentary consultations where we can talk about what you're noticing, look at your child's unique neurology, and explore whether or not brain-based care might help. No scripts, no pressure, no judgment, just real conversation about your real child. Because when we create safety, balance, and clear communication in your nervous system, we give the brain permission to do what it was designed to do. Learn, connect, and express. You're not behind, you're just starting at the beginning, where real, lasting development begins. Visit truecenter.com or call us at 443-333-9876 to book your complimentary consultation. True Center Chiropractic Care is here in Annapolis, Maryland. Remember, you're doing a great job. Your child is capable of so much. You and your child are worth it.